The Anunnaki are one of the most intriguing and mysterious topics in ancient mythology and conspiracy theories. In ancient Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki are described as powerful deities associated with creation, kingship, and the development of human civilization. However, a more modern theory proposes that the Anunnaki were not just mythological beings, but extraterrestrials from a distant planet called Nibiru. Let's explore the origins, mythology, and theories surrounding the Anunnaki and their supposed connection to planet Nibiru. The origins of the Anunnaki in Sumerian mythology. The Anunnaki first appear in Sumerian mythology, one of the oldest known civilizations in Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, dating back to around 4500 BCE. The word Anunnaki loosely translates to those who came from the heavens, or princely offspring. In Sumerian, Akkadian, Assyrian, and Babylonian mythology, the Anunnaki were revered as powerful gods, connected to the creation of the world and humanity. In Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki are depicted as offspring of the sky god Anu, or An, and the earth goddess Ki. According to the myths, they were responsible for setting the laws of the universe, governing the realms of earth and the underworld. Their main roles included overseeing justice, law, and morality, as well as maintaining the balance of nature and civilization. Major Anunnaki gods included Enki, god of wisdom and water, Enlil, god of air and storms, and Inanna, goddess of love and war, among others. The modern theory, Anunnaki as ancient aliens from Nibiru. In the 1970s, author Zecharia Sitchin popularized an alternative interpretation of the Anunnaki. In his book The 12th Planet, Sitchin proposed that the Anunnaki were not gods in a mythical sense, but rather extraterrestrial beings who came from a planet called Nibiru, which he described as a 12th planet, counting the sun and moon, in our solar system. According to Sitchin's theory, Nibiru has an elongated orbit that brings it close to Earth approximately every 3,600 years. The Anunnaki supposedly traveled to Earth from Nibiru thousands of years ago and had a significant role in human history and development. Sitchin's theory suggests that they may have influenced or even directly created early human civilizations and cultures. Why did the Anunnaki come to Earth? Sitchin theorized that the Anunnaki came to Earth to mine gold, a valuable resource on their planet, which they needed for technological purposes, or possibly to repair Nibiru's atmosphere. Ancient texts and tablets, according to Sitchin, suggest that the Anunnaki genetically modified early hominins to create Homo sapiens as a labor force for their mining operations. This notion has sparked various theories about the Anunnaki as our creators and their potential involvement in human evolution. Anunnaki in Sumerian texts and other ancient cultures. While the idea of extraterrestrial Anunnaki is largely modern, the Sumerian texts do provide fascinating accounts of these beings. In these ancient myths, the Anunnaki possessed advanced knowledge and powers, and their stories suggest they had great influence over humanity. The Epic of Gilgamesh. This famous epic mentions the Anunnaki, particularly in the context of death and the underworld. Gilgamesh, a demigod king, encounters various gods, and the Anunnaki are portrayed as controlling the fates of mortals. The Enuma Elish. This Babylonian creation myth mentions gods descending from the heavens to create order from chaos. Some interpret this as an allegory for extraterrestrials bringing technology and civilization to Earth. Egyptian and Mesoamerican parallels. Some researchers claim that parallels exist between the Anunnaki and gods in other ancient cultures, such as the Egyptian and Mesoamerican pantheons. Certain figures, like the Egyptian god Osiris or the Mayan god Quetzalcoatl, share similarities with the Anunnaki in their associations with knowledge, creation, and the afterlife. While no ancient texts explicitly identify the Anunnaki as extraterrestrial beings from Nibiru, many proponents of the ancient astronaut theory interpret descriptions of these gods as evidence of alien encounters. The combination of advanced knowledge, the notion of descending from the heavens, and their mysterious origins make the Anunnaki a compelling subject for such theories. Nibiru, the hypothetical planet and its connection to modern conspiracies. Nibiru, or Planet X, has been a subject of speculation and controversy since Sitchin's writings gained popularity. According to Sitchin, Nibiru has an extended orbit that only brings it close to Earth once every 3,600 years. He believed that ancient records, including Sumerian texts, mention this periodic approach. Astronomical theories. While no scientific evidence of Nibiru exists, astronomers have speculated about the possibility of a ninth planet, often called Planet 9, beyond Neptune, that could explain certain gravitational anomalies in the outer solar system. However, this hypothetical planet does not follow Nibiru's alleged 3,600-year orbit and is not considered a real threat to Earth. Doomsday Predictions. The idea of Nibiru as a rogue planet that could collide with Earth has fueled numerous doomsday theories. In the 2000s, conspiracy theories predicted that Nibiru would approach Earth in 2012, resulting in catastrophic events. When nothing happened, these theories resurfaced with new dates. NASA's response. NASA has consistently debunked the Nibiru theory, stating that no credible evidence exists for such a planet in our solar system. The scientific community largely considers Nibiru to be a myth, especially in the context of ancient astronaut theories. Despite the lack of scientific backing, the concept of Nibiru and its connection to the Anunnaki remains a popular topic in conspiracy and alternative history circles. The Anunnaki's alleged influence on human civilization. According to proponents of the Anunnaki theory, these extraterrestrial beings not only created humanity, but also taught us critical skills necessary for civilization. This theory attributes several significant advancements in human history to Anunnaki intervention. Agriculture and architecture. Ancient astronaut theorists argue that the Anunnaki introduced agricultural knowledge and construction techniques, enabling early humans to develop complex societies. Structures like the pyramids, ziggurats, and Stonehenge are sometimes attributed to the advanced technology of the Anunnaki. Mathematics and astronomy. The advanced mathematical and astronomical knowledge of ancient civilizations, such as the Sumerians and Egyptians, is thought to reflect Anunnaki influence. For example, the Sumerians developed a base 60 numerical system and could track celestial bodies with surprising accuracy. Kingship and Government. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki established kingship to govern humanity and maintain control over the labor force they created. Sumerian kings, known as Lugal, were often described as chosen by the gods, which some interpret as a direct link to the Anunnaki. Mystical knowledge and religion. The religious practices and mystical beliefs of ancient cultures are believed by some to be influenced by the Anunnaki, who were seen as gods or supernatural beings. This alleged influence might explain why many ancient myths feature gods who descend from the sky or possess incredible powers. Modern interpretations and cultural influence. The idea of the Anunnaki as ancient aliens has influenced popular culture and inspired a range of media, including films, books, video games, and television shows. From Stargate to Ancient Aliens, the concept has become a staple of speculative fiction and alternative history. Books and fiction. Numerous authors have written books exploring the Anunnaki, Nibiru, and their potential impact on human history, creating a genre that blends mythology, science fiction, and conspiracy. Gaming and digital media. Games and online forums have explored Anunnaki mythology and Nibiru, expanding their influence to new generations. This often incorporates science fiction themes, with players encountering or embodying extraterrestrial beings based on the Anunnaki. Criticism and skepticism. Mainstream historians and scientists reject the idea of the Anunnaki as ancient aliens, pointing to the lack of concrete evidence and scientific credibility in Sitchin's translations and interpretations of Sumerian texts. Critics argue that Sitchin's theories rely on selective readings and misinterpretations of ancient symbols and language. Scholars specializing in Sumerian studies contend that the Anunnaki were simply mythological figures, not extraterrestrial beings, and that ancient myths reflect cultural and religious beliefs rather than historical events. Scientific inconsistencies. Nibiru's supposed orbit, according to astronomers, is physically unlikely within our solar system. A planet on such an elongated orbit would destabilize the orbits of other planets, which is not observed. Lack of archaeological evidence. There is no archaeological evidence linking the Anunnaki to alien technology or advanced machinery in ancient civilizations. Alternative explanations. Many of the advancements attributed to the Anunnaki can be explained by human ingenuity and the gradual development of knowledge over millennia. Conclusion. Whether regarded as ancient gods, extraterrestrial visitors, or mythological figures, the Anunnaki continue to captivate our imagination. The theory that they are alien beings from Nibiru who influenced human civilization is intriguing, but it remains speculative and controversial. Regardless of one's beliefs, the stories surrounding the Anunnaki offer a fascinating lens through which we can explore ancient history, mythology, and humanity's enduring questions about our origins and purpose.